Hey guys, this is Surprisingly Dolphin,
When I'm DeBearded Zeno.
and I made a list for the top 10 episodes of The Walking Dead.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, technically I made this list. I'm sure yours would be pretty much the same with a few differences.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much. I like 80% agree with this list.
Yeah.
But they all are great picks.
We just did a video for the Walking Dead Season 6 trailer, so this gave you the idea to make this, and this was fun to do. A lot harder than I thought, too. There's 67 episodes, and trying to break it down to the top 10 was harder than I thought it'd be.
It'd be hard for any show.
Yeah, especially a show's gone on as long as Walking Dead, and one that we like so much.
And it's been consistently solid.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to just go ahead and start number 10. Number 10 is The Kill Within, and this is the Season 3 episode where pretty much Lori dies.
This should be on this list for pure shock value alone.
Definitely. Like, all this stuff came out of nowhere. Just a huge action-packed episode.
T-Dog died in this episode
Yeah,
too.
T-Dog died in this one, too.
The useless character on the show. Like, I like T-Dog. T-Dog was fun. It was like he didn't do jack shit. So, it was sad to see him go, but then, we don't even...
Yeah.
Like, you forget that he's there until somebody brings him up. It's like, oh yeah, T-Dog was a thing.
I think people will be surprised to see this low on the list. People will probably have this in their top 5. I think it has a lot of things going against it. Like, if they do the Carol, making her wear that do-rag thing just for one episode. Just
Yeah.
to make you think she's dead.
Yeah, and it's not 100% comic accurate the way Lori dies. It's...
Yeah, see, that's one reason it's good. It was surprising because Lori doesn't die until the very end of the prison saga in the comics. By the way, this is going to have comic spoilers in this video.
Yeah.
That can't be helped. But yeah, that's another reason it's surprising. And we get Judith really early on instead of way later like we
But
did in
think
the
about
comics.
how much better a certain one later on this list would be if she hadn't died here.
That's true. Another thing I didn't like about this episode was that the guy who started all this crap, the sound of the alarms, that was Andrew. He escaped in the second episode of the season, and if you look at it, there's no way in hell he could have got out, but somehow he survived that room of walkers Rick left him trapped into. A lot of people had that wrong with this episode.
Well,
just him escaping.
That's what happens when you have Glenn Mazzara showrunning the
That's
show.
true. That's true. Another thing that we don't personally like is Rick's reaction to Lori dying.
Oh no, Carl, you drew on the wall with crayons again.
People said his performance was like Oscar worthy, or whatever the award is for shows, I don't know. But we thought it was terrible.
It's became a meme. That should tell you something.
It's so funny it became a meme.
It's so goddamn bad.
The best part about this episode, though, is like Lori's reaction to herself dying. She knows she pretty much sacrificed herself for Judith, and it's sad that Carl pretty much just put his own mom down. Number 9 is Four Walls and a Roof. This is the Season 5 episode where pretty much Rick and everyone else kills the cannibals.
Yeah, it's the church, right?
Yeah, it takes place all in the church.
That is one of the best scenes in Season 5, if not the best scene.
Loved it. I was surprised that this took place so early in the season because we thought the first half of Season 5 would be dealing with these guys. That's another reason it was surprising that they were all slaughtered this early on. It's the third episode.
I love the fact that this new Rick figure that's coming out from McFarlane has the red-handled machete.
Yeah, that was cool.
So that's great. That was like one of the best moments from this season. I cheered when he brought out that machete.
That was great.
Yes!
And we wanted them dead too because they ate Bob just the episode before.
Yeah.
So that
fucking cannibals eating Bob.
And we finally got to see the Hunter storyline that everyone figured we would see from Terminus.
Yep.
Number 8 is Days Gone By. This is actually the pilot episode.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite episodes of all time from the show because it's just so perfect and it's like nearly 100% comic accurate, as close as I could get.
It really is. It's pretty much the whole first issue of the comic.
I love it too. Like just the introduction of Morgan and all the stuff that he does with there, and Rick in this episode is like the best that he's ever been.
Yeah, and it's 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 90 minutes.
Just one of the best episodes the series has ever produced so far.
Number 7 is Beside the Dying Fire. This is the Season 2 finale.
I remember we were so happy when this premiered.
Yeah, we watched this one together. The best thing this does is how well it sets up for Season 3.
Yeah, because the prison...
Yeah, the dictatorship is what starts here. He tells everyone how it's going to be, and then it pans over, and you see that overhead shot of the prison.
And the Michonne reveal, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you get a glimpse of
That was a
Michonne in
great reveal. The best part about this episode, though, everybody forgets about it, Herschel's infinite ammo shotgun.
That and everyone's perfect headshot accuracy while shooting walkers while driving cars.
Yeah.
That too. But this is the first time we really see that big of a horde, and they have to escape the horde, and then, Rick and Carl go to the barn, and they have to light the barn on fire, and all that.
Did they ever establish that the helicopter from this was the same one that the governor's group was flying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That helicopter is the same one you see in the pilot and the same one from this episode.
Okay.
Also, some of Herschel's family members die. Ones we didn't even know the names of, really. Had Beth's boyfriend. He died in the camper thingy.
Oh, that seems to be a theme.
Yeah, don't date Beth. You're gonna die. Also, Patricia dies out of nowhere, which actually shocked me because she lasted about halfway in the prison saga in the comics, so I didn't think she would die.
I didn't like her on the show anyway, so.
She was made not to do anything. You didn't know anything about her, so.
Not about me. Poor Otis, though.
Number 6 is called A. This is the season 4 finale.
Hey.
We thought that was the dumbest title for any episode ever, but after you see the episode and they lead him in that boxcar that says A, I thought it was genius.
Yeah.
Do you even remember all that goes on in this episode? It's
Rick confronts the group that
yeah,
Daryl's with.
Joe's what is it? The Claimers, as
Yeah.
they were called. Daryl, they sneak up on Rick, Carl, and Michonne, and that's when Carl almost gets raped, and Rick goes fucking full animal mode and bites his jugular.
That was
That was a great moment.
yeah.
Another thing I liked about this episode is the part where Rick is trying to explain to Carl like how to trap animals and kill them. And he talks about how they should lead them along into the trap. And then when they get to the terminus, the hunters basically do the same thing to them by shooting at them but missing on purpose, just to lead them into the boxcar that they wanted to go into. You remember that?
Yeah, that was
really
great
cool.
foreshadowing.
Also, another part I liked is when they get to terminus, they look around and they notice all the stuff that belongs to the group that got there before. You know, that they see Glenn's watch and they see like Maggie's clothes. They see stuff that belongs.
Daryl's poncho.
Yeah, Daryl's poncho. I like that slow reveal where they figure out what's going on.
It's like, hey, where's our people?
And it was a great lead up to season 5.
Yep.
I think. Only bad thing about this episode is the whole "they're screwing with the wrong people" line.
Yeah, thankfully that's corrected on Blu-ray, which is like the best thing ever. When I didn't even know about it in the Blu-ray, and when I watched it, it's like they're fucking with the wrong people. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I thought it was a great finale. Number 5 is Conquer. This is the last episode that's come out. It's the season 5 finale. It's another 90-minute episode where a shit ton of stuff happens.
Yes, one of the best like cliffhanger endings ever.
Yeah, we got Morgan. He comes back. We finally see the wolves, and they've been foreshadowing the wolves like the whole season. Because you see like the W in the walker's head, and you see the wolves are here, signs, shit like that. You also see the trap they have when Daryl and Aaron they're trying to get some supplies or something.
They got the disco
Place.
ball.
Yeah, the disco ball. The zombies come out. That was great. Remember when they get stuck in that car? I was
Yeah.
thinking, how in the hell are they going to get out?
That
of
is
the car?
like one of the most tense moments the show's ever had.
I actually thought Daryl could die.
Yeah.
Because he almost like saved himself for Aaron. Remember?
Yeah.
He was trying to create a diversion of something, but
And then Morgan came around. And he was like, bleh.
then you have the ending where they're having the town meeting and they're trying to figure out if they should kick Rick's group out and all that or not. And fucking drunken Pete comes and kills Deanna's husband. And then she tells Rick to put him down.
I love that where she's like, Rick, do
Do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Number 4 is The Grove. This is the season 4 episode where you finally figure out this little girl, Lizzie, is fucking psycho. And she kills her own little sister, thinking that walkers are people too and that she'll come back.
It's like, no, she's gonna be one of them.
Yeah, and she almost kills Judah too.
Yeah,
That was another surprising part about it.
Lizzie was a fucking psychopath.
And we finally figure out who was laying out like the rats for the walkers. That was an issue like in the season premiere, and
Yep.
it took like 14 episodes to finally figure out for sure who it was.
Also, that's kind of a bullshit reveal because that was totally a big giant dude's
oh yeah,
hand.
we talked about that. You know, people suspected it was one of the kids when you first see that thing happen, but everyone was like, "No, this person's tall." And it's like a hairy arm too. Remember that? It's like a person who's at least like 6 foot tall and has a hairy arm.
It was probably
the one who
just
gives
Greg
the
Nicotero setting it.
Probably. But I mean, it was a bullshit reveal.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because she's psycho like that.
Look at the flowers, Lizzie. Look at the
There's
flowers.
a lot of cool things going on because you have Tyrese and Carol. You have that
Oh,
dynamic. Where
Yeah.
Tyrese doesn't know Carol's the one who killed his girlfriend
And
early on.
Then he tells her.
Yeah,
Or she
and
tells
then
him.
she reveals it to him, and you think he like grabs a gun, like you can tell he's really mad, but he forgives her.
She's like, I forgive. It's like literally, it's like
Yeah.
I'm angry. I'm about to shoot you. I forgive you. He puts the gun down. Quick turnaround.
We get the top 3. I'm going to mention some honorable mentions. One of them is Clear. This is the season 3 episode where Rick, Michonne, and Carl go back to Rick's hometown and they end up finding Morgan.
Yeah, that was a really good moment for fans. It's like, yeah, Morgan's back.
Yeah, and you see that he's also turned psycho. That's mainly because his son died.
Yep.
His son got bit by his wife, actually. Remember that part?
It's like I should have shot her.
Yeah. It's really cool because you see his hometown and it's got traps like laid out everywhere.
By the way, they actually, side note, action figures. They actually have a box set with Morgan and some of those traps coming out.
Wow. They used a lot of those traps in season 4 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the time skip between season 3 and 4, they surround the prison with a bunch of traps they saw that Morgan made. It's also interesting because he doesn't even recognize them at first. Like I think they shoot Morgan on accident, and then they start fighting later when Morgan's going psycho, and he stabs Rick. So that was a good fight there.
Good episode. And what's the next runner-up?
The next one is This Sorrowful Life. I knew I had to put this on here somewhere. For you.
This is my one of my favorite episodes. This is my in my top 3 because Merle was my favorite character just because of Michael Rooker.
This is the one where Merle dies, by the way.
Yes, and I love like the character turn that he had in this, where he's like, "Fuck it, I'm a bad guy, but I'm gonna die doing a good thing." Basically, he sacrifices himself for the group. Then Daryl ends up finding him as a zombie. That was like one of the most emotional moments on the show, I think. Just seeing that.
Another honorable mention is the season 4 premiere. It's called 30 Days Without an Accident. I remember we were so excited for this episode because we knew a guy from the Nightmare on Elm Street remake was going to be in the show. Like, hell yeah, we're going to love this guy. He dies immediately.
Yep.
Another one of best boyfriends.
Yep.
He dies. That's one of the reasons I like this episode is they try to find some stuff in the Big Spot store, and then there's like the crash helicopter on top, and it makes the roof collapse, and all the walkers come flying in.
You get the awesome bungee zombie that just hangs with his intestines.
Yeah, I love that scene. That's one of the reasons it's got to be an honorable mention. So I thought it was a good premiere too.
And that was all because Bob and his alcoholism.
Now we got number 3 with the season 3 premiere, Seed. After the season 2 finale, Walking Dead was hyped so much because we were finally getting to prison. And the prison saga is where the comic story starts just becoming amazing. And I think the prison story in the comics is where it starts picking up steam. And that's when Walking Dead became really, really popular. And it was just cool finally seeing on screen how they set up and strategize to infiltrate the prison. And then not only killing all those walkers like in the yard and all that, they get in and they get in the tombs and they find the prisoners that are already there.
This is also where Herschel got bit.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No one saw that coming either.
I was like,
Two in the world.
he gets bit and Rick's just like with the leg. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Is this the first time we see that you can chop off a limb
Yep.
in a show, see if it saves them?
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting enough, the first time it actually works.
Yep. Poor Lee.
Yeah. But I love this episode just because it finally showed on screen what we've been wanting to see on screen for a long time.
Yeah.
And season 3 was so hyped. This was an amazing episode to start off.
Rest of the season, debatable.
Yeah.
But this was a very good episode.
Yeah.
So, Glenn Mazzara, you did one right.
Number 2 is No Sanctuary. This is the season 5 premiere where they got a bust out of Terminus. And you see Rambo Carroll do all these badass things.
No, we got to talk about the fucking the sloth scene.
The trough.
Troth, yeah, sloth troth. Like, oh my god,
That was so intense.
I can't believe they were allowed to show that on TV. First of all, second
I'm really
of all,
glad
that was
they
awesome.
brought back. I'm really glad they brought back that guy from season 4. Remember, Rick gave the watch to. His name was Sam.
Yeah,
I knew he had to come back somehow, and I'm glad he finally came back to do something. Granted, it was good as throat slit, but
yeah.
this episode had a lot going on for it. I mean, like I said, we got to see Carol be a badass.
Fucking Rambo Carroll. It's
Yeah.
Rambo Carroll.
We got a little bit of backstory on Terminus too.
Yep.
We figured out like they're only the way they are because pretty much another group came in and took them over, and they overcame that, and that's when they started to be
Cannibals.
cannibals pretty much. But it was cool seeing the group like just stuck, like basically in a prison. It's ironic the next location they're in after a prison, like they're prisoners
Yep.
there, and just this kind of slow reveal of them walking through all those places where you slowly figure out that they eat people.
Yeah.
They walk by the room where like it's people who are pretty much like carved up, don't have any skin.
Gross.
Yeah, it was gross.
But that's the way I like Walking Dead.
Then you have the part where they're busting out and Rick steals a gun and shoots all those people who just ran past him. It's just such a high-paced, action-filled episode. I thought it was a perfect way to start off the season. Number 1 is Too Far Gone. This is the season 4 mid-season finale. This is the one where the governor cuts off Herschel's head with fucking Michonne's sword.
Now, this is the
This-
prison attack. That's why.
Yeah,
That's the way
this-
I've memorized this. This is the single best episode of this show. Period. This is what I was looking forward to when the show started. Pretty much, like if you know the prison saga, you're like, I want this to happen. Please make this happen. And it was as close to the fucking comics as they can make it.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much beat for beat, except for Lori not dying there because
She had died earlier.
yeah. And I thought like, oh yeah, they actually killed Judith. They had the balls to kill Judith.
Nope.
Nope.
We have no idea what they're going to do with her going forward either.
Yeah,
Like, I think it would have been perfect to leave it off how they did in this episode instead of bringing her back.
Yeah, it's just like, well, she's dead, but now Tyrese got her somehow,
Yeah.
I guess.
See, in the comics, it was Tyrese who got his head chopped off. But it was a really smart move making it Herschel because everyone loves Herschel.
Yep.
And I couldn't believe like how much it hurt to see him actually die the way
And
he
it
died.
made you cheer even more when the governor died.
Yeah. And it was sad because you almost think that Rick had taught the governor into not doing it. he had almost tried to talk him into being peaceful,
But
and that's all Herschel wanted was the Rick to figure out to try to be peaceful for once.
I love that he had a smile on his face when
Yeah.
he died. That was a great moment.
But after that, Rick fires the first shot, and then it's just gunfire back and forth. It's insane.
And I love how Lily kills the governor just like the comics.
That was great. Everyone who hated the governor got their hand in. Because remember, he had a fist fight with Rick. They beat each other to a pulp.
Michonne
Then Michonne
stabbed him.
comes in, stabs him through the back, and then Lily finds him and gets the last shot in.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Everyone got their shot in to kill the governor.
It's like, thank you, Scott Gimple.
Yeah, because everyone's like arguing who's gonna kill him, and everyone's saying Lily like the comics, Rick or Michonne. Everybody was right.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Except for the people who are rooting for Daryl, but you're
Yeah.
always wrong.
But
so-
hey, Daryl, he destroyed a tank. Let's not forget that's what happened in this
Yeah.
episode.
Fucking just threw a grenade down the tank. I thought he was going to die there. Like, 'cause
Oh yeah. He had
that-
the walkers coming in behind him.
Yeah. That was tense, man. While we're on this subplot of the governor attacking, we need to talk about Live Bait, I guess, just real quick.
Okay.
I love that episode so much because Metal Gear Governor.
Okay.
I just wanted to.
I would probably like it more if I watched it again, but when this episode first aired, which has been like 2 years ago
Yeah.
now, we have never disagreed on an episode of any show more. I thought it was terrible, one of the worst episodes ever, because it didn't even have like Rick in it. It had nobody that we liked in it. All these characters were new. Surprisingly, the only character that was in that episode who was still around is Tara.
It's like, who the
Think
fuck is
about
this
that.
chick? Who the fuck is this chick? Why is she
Think
here
about
now?
that.
It's crazy.
Why do you like it so much?
I liked it because it humanized the governor and it shows that he wasn't just a.
it was
a
cool
best-
him burning down Woodbury though,
Yeah, that's like that is the single best gift
Yeah.
you can find on the internet.
and it made sense that his henchmen guys left him because at the end of season 3, I was like, "What the fuck? Why would you get back in the truck with him? You kill them right now." But I'm glad they were smart enough to leave him while he was sleeping overnight.
Yep. You got to admit though, those 2 episodes are nowhere near as bad as some of the episodes from season 3.
Oh, I agree. Or season 2, for that
Yeah.
matter.
I
Yeah.
like season 2 for the most part. But yeah.
Well, we can have another list later about the worst episodes. That would be pretty easy to make.
Yes, very easy.
Another thing I like about Too Far Gone is it gets rid of all of like the red shirts who didn't have anything to do.
Yep.
Like, because at the end of season 3, you have all these people from Woodbury come in. Like, what are they going to do? Well, in season 4, it takes care of every single one of them. They either get sick and die, they either get shot by the governor's army, or they die in that bus crash. Because remember, they
Yeah.
piled on a bunch of people in that bus. Yeah.
So they literally were cannon fodder.
Yeah, like, well, we knew they were ever since season 3 finale. It was cool. This wrapped up a lot of them. But yeah, I think this is the single best episode of The Walking Dead.
Period.
I think everyone was looking forward to this exact episode ever since the show started, if you knew anything about the comics. So.
Now everybody's looking forward to Negan reveal.
Yep, that's the next best thing.
Yep. People really like their villain confrontations. Yep, that's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave in the comments down below. Let us know what your favorite Walking Dead episodes are. And we'll see you in the next video.